Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles Odell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today, we are looking at one of the biggest questions in manufactured housing. Are they actually safe in high winds? We're going to be breaking down the hard truths, and it's all based on our latest research at mobilehomefriend.com.
Yeah, this is a huge concern, and for good reason, right? There's a lot of old school fear out there, but you know what? There's also a pretty dangerous amount of complacency. So today, we're going to cut right through all that noise and get straight to the facts.
You know, the way we see it, the entire story of mobile home safety can really be split into two different eras. You've got the time before modern engineering and the time after. And, well, understanding that difference is absolutely key to busting some myths that are decades out of date.
And this, right here, this gets to the very heart of the problem. When most people hear mobile home, their mind immediately pictures one of those old pre-1994 trailers. But the modern reality? It's a completely different machine. Today's manufactured homes are highly engineered structures, and they're designed to be just as safe as a regular site-built home, but only if they're installed correctly. Okay, so let's just get right to it. Are these modern manufactured homes actually safe when the wind starts howling? The short answer is yes, but, and this is a big but, it comes with some very important conditions. This isn't about luck, it's all about physics, regulations, and just plain good maintenance.
Right, and if there is one year you need to burn into your brain, it's 1994. See, 2 years earlier, Hurricane Andrew just ripped through Florida, and the devastation, it revealed a brutal truth. The old building standards just weren't cutting it. So in response, HUD completely rewrote the rulebook, and that's how we got the strict, location-specific wind standards we have today. That one storm is the dividing line.
And those new rules are super specific. Basically, the entire U.S. is carved up into 3 different HUD wind zones. Zone I, that's most of the interior of the country. Homes there are built for 70-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Zone 2 covers a lot of coastal areas, and that's rated for 100 miles per hour. And then you have Zone 3 for the most hurricane-prone regions, engineered for 110-mile-per-hour winds. A home's safety is directly tied to being in the correct zone.
So, how in the world do you know what your home's rating is? Well, you've got to find its data plate. It's usually tucked away in a kitchen cabinet or a bedroom closet. Seriously, think of this thing as your home's safety birth certificate. If you find a data plate with a Zone I rating on a home that's sitting in a Zone 3 area, that is a massive, massive red flag. It's illegal, uninsurable, and just incredibly dangerous.
All right, let's talk about the secret sauce. The single most critical factor in all of this: anchoring. Because look, you can have the strongest, best-built home in the entire world, but if it's not bolted to the earth correctly, it's really just an expensive kite waiting for the right gust of wind. You know, most people think a strong wind just pushes a house over, but that's not the real enemy. The real killer is lift. See, as high-speed wind rushes over your roof, it creates low pressure, just like on an airplane wing. At the exact same time, air gets trapped under your home, creating high pressure. That difference creates this powerful upward force. Most homes fail because they're literally lifted right off their foundations. And that's why the anchoring system is so incredibly important. A proper modern setup needs 2 types of tie-downs. You've got your diagonal ties, which keep the home from sliding sideways. But it's the vertical ties, sometimes called over-the-top ties, that fight that aerodynamic lift we were just talking about. A ton of older homes dangerously only have the diagonal ones, which leaves them super vulnerable to being lifted.
And hey, whatever you do, do not sleep on your skirting. It's not just there for looks, it's literally a windbreak. If you have damaged panels, it allows that high-pressure air to rush underneath and act like a hydraulic jack, lifting your home from below. This is so critical that we've actually got a full guide to foundation systems over on the Mobile Home Friend website. Okay, so we've been talking about high winds, hurricanes, stuff like that. But now we have to get serious for a minute and talk about tornadoes. And honestly, on this topic, there is absolutely no room for sugarcoating it. We have to be brutally honest.
Here's the hard truth, plain and simple. No residential home is tornado-proof, period. I don't care if it's stick-built, brick, or manufactured. The forces inside a powerful EF4 or EF5 tornado are, well, they're beyond what any normal residential construction is engineered to handle.
Which brings us to the golden rule. And listen, this is absolutely 100% non-negotiable. If there is a tornado warning, you leave your home, period. It doesn't matter if it's brand new with every anchor imaginable. You get to an underground shelter or a designated community storm shelter. Your life is not worth the risk. You need to have an evacuation plan ready before you ever need it.
Okay, I know that was a lot. That was the hard truth part. But after that, let's pivot back to what you absolutely can control. Let's talk about turning all this knowledge into a real actionable plan to make your home as safe as it can possibly be. The good news is, making your home safer isn't some big, expensive mystery. A professional anchor inspection, for instance, is pretty inexpensive and can spot a problem before it becomes a disaster. Now, retrofitting an older home with modern tie-downs, that's a bigger investment for sure, but it's one of the most critical you can make. We've actually posted a full breakdown of these costs on the website to help you budget.
All right, so here's your homework. Right after this, I want you to go through this 5-step safety checklist. First, find that data plate. Confirm your wind zone. Second, get under there and look at your tie-downs. They should be tight like a guitar string with no rust. Third, check the drainage. Soggy soil means weak anchors. Fourth, secure all your skirting. And finally, number 5, pull out your insurance policy and make sure you have specific windstorm coverage. We've also got a full insurance guide for you at mobilehomefriend.com.
You know, at the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. The safety of your manufactured home, it's not a matter of luck or chance, it's a matter of engineering, of inspection, of maintenance. You have the power to know your home's rating, to inspect its foundation, and to make sure it's ready. You really do get to decide if it's a haven or a liability.
Thanks so much for watching. For more guides and the full article, and to join the conversation, please visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomeframe.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.